Good morning, students. Let's learn civics, lesson number 1, our life in society, next part. Open your books to page number 60. In the previous period, we have seen why did man feel the need for society and the social nature of man. We saw and we learned that man needs society for security and for rules, and he is a social animal by nature, so he needs the company of others. He can live with others happily. So let's learn today the next part. Now we know the physical needs. They are food, shelter and clothing. This we have learned in the previous part. Today we will learn the basic needs. Basic needs means we need them, and without that we cannot survive or we cannot live. They are food, clothes, shelter and education and health. Education is very important, children. Without education we cannot live. Now, due to the labor and skills of people, variety of articles are produced. The people are very skilled and they are producing, making articles, other things like construction, they are building the buildings, other monuments, roads, and because of this what has happened, that we are getting all the benefits. Whatever things we want, it is easily available. Education and health related services and facilities help us to live with dignity, means with respect. If you are educated, you know the rules, you know the etiquettes, and if there is a hospital close by, then we can have good health. We can go to the hospital when we are sick. There are facilities like markets, then cloth shops, other things, and whatever we need we can easily get. So this is all available in a society. Now there are various industries and occupations. Because of industries, many people get good jobs, and occupations are there like farming, then tailoring, banking. All these occupations, they help the man to survive with respect. Now if you see the example of the books in your textbook, we need books for studying, but to make these books or to prepare them we need wood. Then after wood, that wood has to be converted into paper. That paper has to be printed. Then it has to be given for binding, manufacturing paper, all this. So the wood is collected, job is given for collection of the wood, then paper making job is available, printing job is there, binding. And because of this, all the people who are skilled in this field, they get easily job and they can provide good dignity and good respectful life to their family. In the same way, farmers, they provide us good crops and many other things. Many people are involved in this process. So when these occupations are multiplying, the society is able to fulfill all the needs. The students, we have seen in this lockdown period, we all were locked up in the houses, isn't it? And still we were able to get the vegetables, the fruits at our doorsteps. Now why did this take place? Only because we are living in a place where there is plenty of farming, and because of that we could easily get all this good stuff, and this was fulfilled by our society. Now what happens? We need all these things, and who provides us? The farmers. They belong to our society, and it means we depend on them and they depend on us. When they sell their things to us, we buy them and we give them money in exchange. And then there is a emotional need, that is we are attached to our neighbors in emotional way. We need security. So all these things, then when we do some good work, our neighbors appreciate us, they praise us, they support us. All these things help us to live in a society, and then we depend on each other. If the farmer produces the crops, he needs the people to buy them. We need the farmers to sell us the crops. So we depend on them and they depend on us. This is called interdependent. And so our life in society is interdependent, that we are depending on each other. Now let's learn the next part. Our development. Now students, every child is born with some qualities and capabilities. Like somebody is very good in singing, somebody is very good in art, painting. So these things are not understood or not known at the birth. A child doesn't learn the language as soon as he is born. When he starts speaking, he learns the mother tongue first, and then the environment in which he is, the surrounding area, the neighbors, he learns the languages easily. If there is any other outsider staying, he learns those languages easily. And then when they come to school, they learn different languages. Then they have the capacity to think independently. That is, they can think on their own. Like suppose a teacher gives an essay to the children. What happens? If the teacher gives the essay on the board, you all will copy the same essay. But if the teacher tells you, write on your own, you all will be having different ideas. If the teacher asks us to do some work, like greeting card and all, you will have your own ideas. So it means that you think independently, that you don't depend on others. And because of this, what happens? You start developing. Now this development is not your alone. You need the environment. If you're good in cricket, if you're good in singing, your neighbors, your relatives, your parents, they appreciate you, and then they help you, and then they make you work on that. Like if you're good in painting, your parents will send you to the class to learn painting. If you're good in cricket, they'll ask you to join the sports, and in this way you will have the opportunity to express your creativity, your thoughts and your feelings. Now the development of artistic and other talents takes place in the society. If you are very good in singing or painting and you don't show it to others, or others don't know about it, then will they appreciate you? No. If they know, then they will appreciate, and then they will ask you to do the same. Now for example, we have seen on 11th we had the competition. Now we selected the children who were good in speech and we gave them the chance. Now we'll be having storytelling. So we'll select the children who are good in, and thus they will develop. Other students are good in other things. They also will get the chance to develop their qualities and express their views. So because of the backing and encouragement of the society, the children, the artisans, the singers, they develop in their own field. And in this way, the society helps the children, helps the students to develop into a good human being. This encouragement is very important. If this is done, then everybody can improve and they can learn and live a better life. So you have seen in the schools, every child is given opportunity, chance to take part in whichever field or whichever activity they are good at. For sports, then oral, like storytelling, singing, dance, mimicry, all these things. Each child is skilled in his own different ways and he performs better in that way. You can't make a child who is good in singing, can ask him to come and give a speech. He won't be able to do it. Or you can't make a player sit and draw. So they have their own abilities and they learn that, and the encouragement, appreciation when is given from the society, they do it in a better way. So children, have you understood this? Now see, in your textbook there are two things. Try this. So please do that exercise in your history activity book. Learn the new words from this lesson and read it again. Thank you.